You are listening to the Extreme Society Show.
Welcome! No, just kidding. Welcome to the Extreme Society Show. www.theextremesocietyshow.com. I want to thank everybody for their comments that we recently received in regards to show topics and so forth. We also got a couple of comments about what had happened on our ghost hunt. And
yeah, Jim, what did happen on our ghost hunt? Did we learn a lesson? I think we did.
Yeah. We got a visit from the state troopers and, what was it, Milan Police Department?
It was the Sheriff's Department and the Milan Police Department.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they were really cool, thank God.
Oh, yes.
They were.
We definitely do want to give a shout-out and a very, warm thank you to both the county sheriffs and the Milan Police Department for being actually very, very kind to us.
And how Sonny almost peed his pants because he didn't get a social security number.
Yes.
Yeah, and I contacted the city too, and we're going to have to scratch that idea because they're not allowing anybody to do ghost hunts there anymore because apparently the neighbors complained.
Yeah, that's understandable. They probably get a lot of traffic in and out of there with all
them. Remember about not going there?
Oh, yeah, I would warn anybody not to go there.
The Milan Police Department wanted us to inform if you come there, they will arrest you, and it's an $85 fine and a night in jail.
So have fun.
Yeah.
And we escaped that, thank God.
Oh, yes.
I guess they have vandalism and they steal fuel. Fuel that power the lights? Or?
Oh, no, it was, they have a fuel tank there for the lawn equipment and stuff like that. And it's been vandalized a couple of times, people trying to steal gas. So, I mean, they do have a security system, and believe me, if you do go over there, all the neighbors are watching, and they do pay attention.
And we had a nice, fine young couple that came over and
yeah, they were not afraid to approach a group of at least 10 people, and
I would have. Honestly, if I was a female walking out by myself, I loved how her husband came out last.
Well, yeah, he's like, don't worry, guys, do more hair.
Bring out the woman. But I would not have walked up to a group of big guys.
No.
I mean, there was only 2 young females there, me and Steph. Small.
Yep.
But all you guys were big guys.
Well, thank you.
Well, we're going to check out the museums and so forth because they suggested that we go check out the museums to see what they're all about.
I would say that was definitely a good thing that we did get out of that, was that the police department did give us a couple of, heads up on some of the buildings that they get false alarms, considerable false alarms on, and they have to go to these buildings. And when a police officer tells you, I mean, that one guy was, like 6'2", 6'3". I mean, I'm staring at, his breast as he's talking to me, just going, oh, my God, this guy can kill me. And he's saying,
huge.
and he says, we're actually kind of afraid to go into this place, because of some of the stuff that we saw. You guys might want to check that out. I mean, that was actually really cool. So
He told me how he's drove by before, and he thought he saw a face. He got up there, and then all of a sudden the face went away.
yeah, that right there says definitely got to check that out.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking earlier, me and Jason, about going to the Huntington Theater, not too far from here, where that's haunted by a janitor.
Actually,
Was it a
school,
janitor?
The school was the janitor.
Okay, the school was the janitor. The theater was the
original owner. I can't remember the guy's first name, but the history that surrounds it all, I mean, it's something that we'll definitely have to cover on that show. But the theater used to actually be part of a carriage barn, that a mansion that stood on the property originally, and a wealthy Huntington family actually owned that, and that was actually the barn. And it's been converted into a theater, and it has its history, and they believe that Mr. Huntington himself is actually still haunting the grounds. So definitely would be a really cool thing to check out.
Well, hopefully they'll let us in.
Let's hope they do. Let's hope they do.
And then we're talking about around Halloween time, visiting Pennsylvania to go visit the original Silent Hill.
Which I am definitely going to bring a change of pants.
Yep.
I'm sorry, there's one thing that creeps me out more than anything. It doesn't have to be ghosts or goblins. It's desertion.
Yeah, it's one of the few last remaining ghost towns
Mm-hmm.
where the coal mine that was underneath the city is still burning, so you can actually still feel the heat and the smoke come out through the cracks of the street.
It's amazing.
Is there somebody that you got to call to make sure that we can go there?
Oh,
so
definitely.
we don't get in trouble?
Yeah, it's definitely something we'll have to. We're not going to drive, 6 hours out of our way, just to go to a place to be turned away and said, you guys aren't allowed in here. So definitely have to sign waivers. I mean, it is still an active burning coal mine. So, and the next stop, I think we ought to go to Chernobyl. I think, go to the abandoned city that's around they actually have tours of that place where the power plant blew up and they abandoned the entire city. Some people say that place is still haunted, too. Paid a little bit more money to go there, but...
Where's that
at? In, I can't even pronounce it. It's Pripyat or something like that. It's in Russia.
Ah.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Come on, road trip.
Let's get some donations and.
But it's one of those things that I abandoned buildings and old stuff like that just creeps me out so much.
What about Salem?
That's what I want to do too. That'd be fun.
Go to Massachusetts.
The only problem I have with Salem, I would love to see Salem, and I think that we should definitely do that.
We should do that. It's definitely worth it.
But the problem with Salem is that it's become a tourist attraction. So it's kind of like touristy, It's like when you and I went to Gettysburg and they had all the ghost hunts of all the old buildings in Gettysburg. It's fun, but at the same time, it's very, very touristy.
Well, what you do is you end up calling and you make a time after their tour.
A personal appointment.
Mm-hmm. So it'd probably be something like, after 9?
I don't know much about the place.
Close.
About what?
I don't know. Salem?
Salem, Massachusetts.
Mm-mm.
Or the witch, where they prosecuted, burned, and tortured numerous women, believing that they were witches. If Sonny were here, believe me, he would definitely go off on a tangent with that one.
You know the first thing my mom told me?
What's that?
She goes, "Oh, we went down there. It was really exciting, but of course, when we left, we found out a girl got raped and murdered on the beach."
Oh yes, because that's what your mother brings in for us.
She seriously told me that yesterday.
We get a phone call. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's usually right after she watches the news, and somebody's been attacked.
She says, "Oh, I got raped." So yeah.
See,
wow.
Your mother's
So I think we got a couple exciting things coming up here, Jim.
Yeah,
and Mansfield. I really want to go to
it.
Mansfield overnight.
We're going to do the overnight stay.
Oh,
Even though a lot of people have done that, we'll do it anyhow.
Yeah. Definitely, why not?
We'll have our own taste to it because we'll have Sonny with us, and everybody knows how Sonny is. Whoa, the demon, man!
Oh God, yes.
And the conspiracy of the what is it? The Illuminati might be there.
The Illuminati might
His
be there.
conspiracy thoughts, of course.
I feel someone touch me.
It's the demon.
It's the demon, man. It's the demon.
Yeah, and speaking of Sonny, I also want to give a nice thank you to the gentleman from Italy who submitted a video. Oh, here we go. It's the Sonny music. Who submitted a video in kind of like analyzing some of the things that we were talking about, and actually speaking to Sonny in the way that we would like to do is where it's
hard
for
us because we're there every day.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard for us because we actually kind of get a kick out of picking on him.
Well,
he's being very generous.
You know where he originally came from is he did a video questioning Nemesis. So he basically had the same situation we did. As soon as we questioned him, he got banned and everything.
We were,
and then once I, sent him a message saying, "Well, it looks like we've got something in common." He checked out our show and listened to it, and then started listening to Sonny's rant and raves about the Illuminati, and now he constantly talks about conspiracies and so forth. And that's when he came up with the term Illusionati,
which I think is excellent.
I thought really it was very good too.
Yeah, I think that was a very. It's always nice when it's done in a very intellectual, calm way. I did write an email.
Let it rain. Come on. Shout ahead.
You are listening to the Extreme Society Show.